Oh, there he is. There we go. And that big girl bit. Holy cow, it's a big fish. There we go. What's up, fishing people? The engine's purring. I was out here yesterday with my good guide buddy, Kent Yancey, and we found a really cool morning bite on one spot, and I'm really curious to see if we can duplicate that today. There was just a ton of fish in here. Caught a ton of fish. We caught big fish. We caught lots of species. I don't know if they'll be here 2 days in a row, but there's only one way to find out. So there's a few fish there already. I don't know if this bite's going to happen 2 days in a row either. So this could be a total bust in the fluke, but let's see if it happens. Are you still here, fishes? I haven't yet seen the craziness on the graph that we saw yesterday. I just don't know that it's full of fish this morning. Am I too early? Well, that wind came up out of nowhere, and once the wind did, we got a bite from a bass. I'll give them a little bit of time for breakfast. They're late. That was such a lazy bite. I thought it was dragging a weed the whole way. I drugged that fish for 20 feet and then just started reeling like it was a weed. Another smallmouth. Huh. Got some bass going. Not the bite I came out here for. Huh. Smallmouth just lighting up this morning. It would appear they are no longer in here. You wouldn't think they would go too far, so I guess we just gotta go find them. Them wily walleyes always moving around. I think we might have found them. I gave you one screenshot there that has a decent amount of them, and I marked plenty more along the way that look like the right kind of marks to me. They're a little down the shore from where they were the day before. Maybe a touch deeper water too. Basically, instead of being right on the bank, they're kind of on a point extension that goes out into the middle of the bay a little bit. There we go. That feels like a Walter. That feels like a Walter all day. Feels like a really good one too. Maybe I don't have to move around that much. They weren't in the exact same spot, but they were pretty darn close. And if there's as many of them here today as there were yesterday, this could be a blast. This is a nice fish. That's a real nice walleye. Yeah, there's a lot of them on the graph. They're here, folks. They are here. Look at that fish. What a gorgeous walleye that is. Holy cow. Very nice fish. Very nice. Some people like to start their morning off with coffee or tea. I prefer to start my morning off with a little walleye. Look at that jig right in the mouth. Gorgeous fish, probably 22 inches. Fat, chunky, healthy. Everything you want right there. Hooked right in the mouth, real good with that 16-ounce jig. I think we got her out. There we go. Going back in the lake. See you, girl. That was definitely a good one. Take a bunch more of them, without a doubt. They're just sitting right off the side of the boat here yet. Took us a little while to locate them, but we did. Sometimes that's even more rewarding when you don't find them in exactly the same spot and you gotta reset a little bit. Do I move around or do I just sit here again? I had that discussion right before I caught that fish. Boy, I wish the wind would come up just a shade. Goodness sakes. The water's still only 59 degrees. You'd think they'd still be up in that shallow stuff on the bank, but it's been such a warm spring. Yesterday they were on the bank and sometimes out to 7-8 feet, but let's go back to moving through them, huh? Then at least we can see what's on the graph while we're moving through. We know where they're sitting when we got our side imaging constantly shining on it. And it's possible we just spooked them catching one too. It's so freaking calm. It's like freaking August this May. So many days, 80, 85 degrees, calm. Why is it so hot up here in North Dakota right now? There's one fish. God, I hope I didn't bust these up already. I stayed off of them. Procast. So I'd like to think I didn't, but yesterday was so easy and they're gonna make me work for them today, aren't they? Here we got another one over here. This one was more on the bank. So they're not all out deep apparently. Another good fish. Another real nice fish. Another lazy bite though. Come on up here. We just want to see ya. We just want to see ya. Not quite as long as the last one, but a very nice fish. There you go. Gorgeous fish. It's probably still 20 inches. It's long and lean. And ready to go. Just mush bites today. Oh, there he is. That one's actually a bass, I think. Yeah, we got another smallie. That's okay. I don't care if I catch both of them. Let's get you in the net so I can keep fishing, huh? We got more to do. We got more to do. It's not all about you. It's not all about me either, but they're not quite as thick as they were yesterday. That's for sure, but and maybe there'd be another spot where they were as thick. Because the weird thing yesterday was like, it seemed like almost every walleye in this bay was on that one spot. We found 3 random fish, other spots. But darn near every one was right on that bank. And we caught, I don't know, 25 of them there. A few smallies in the mix, got a lot of pike break-offs. It was fun too with that last bite because as calm as it is, I could just watch my line jump and I knew when to set the hook. It just went. We got all kinds of fish over here. Oh, I was gonna get a screenshot of those fish, but then we got a bite. Then we got a bite. I think this one might be a walleye, or is it another bass? Acting like another bass now. Yep. Another smallmouth. A smallmouth. That's another bass. Another bass. find a more consistent walleye bite. These guys are getting to the bait too quick. Kind of looks like a walleye mark way out here. That is a walleye. Boy, did he toy with that. Holy cow. And he's coming in so lazy. Just hanging there. Well, one more cast worked. Now he's waking up. I think this weather just has them very lethargic. They're still around here, you know. It's hard to argue having 3 walleyes in this spot. It's just, I don't know. I better cast at that one on the side. There's obviously some here. Is there a better spot today? Maybe. Maybe not. Oh, good fish. Big walleye. Came right to the surface. I moved a little further out on this point extension to where there's a hump at the end. And found a few more fish sitting a little further out. And that big girl bit. Holy cow, it's a big fish. Look at that. Stay on and get in camera. Stay on and get in camera. Nice fish. Nice fish. Look at that. Pricky tail. Got her tail all perked up. Probably 23. 23, I'd say. So many boats moving around in the area now. You can hear them all. Yeah. As fast and furious as yesterday was, today is just as much of a grinder as yesterday was fast. But the wind didn't change, it just kind of stopped. So the fish should be in those same areas the next day. They're a little more scattered. They sit a little more off onto the structure, but they're around and we can pick them off, and they're darn nice fish. I'll kind of show you the path that I was following on this structure here a little bit. So yesterday all the action was back in this corner, and then today I've just slid out a little bit and worked them here and here. So they just kind of pushed out there a little bit. Not a big deal. I don't know if all those fish are still around. They might be a little more spread out today. They're certainly more spread out on the area I'm fishing, if that's all of them. And they're not biting as well, but they're still around. We've gotten a few, and if the wind finally comes up at some point, if you got a little ripple, maybe they'll push into those banks again and it'll be hot action again. But we've adapted to what was going on yesterday, from what was going on yesterday to what is now happening today. And I think we're on the same fish. Ooh. Ooh. Healthy fish. Real healthy fish. Wrapped around the line. Oh, I think it unwound itself. Shoot. That was freaky. This is big. That's not as big as I thought. He just wrapped real good, and it's a pike. I think it's maybe time to blow out of this thing altogether and just find some totally new stuff. If the wind blows, I'll come back. If it doesn't, I'm just gonna bounce around, see if we can pick some fish off on different things. I just moved to another really big flat and found a point on the end of the structure where it starts to drop off into deeper water. And I'm just kind of specifically working the point of that big flat. I didn't find a lot of marks, but I found a few good ones, and I pitched out at this one. So if you can get a bait on top of a fish right now, don't bite it, it seems like. Another really nice walleye. Really nice walleye. There's a lot of 22, 23 inch fish in these areas right now. It's kind of the deal with this east end of Sakakawea lately. Not a lot of fish, but big ones. Oh, pop the jig, look at that. Look at that gorgeous fish. Just another 22, 23, maybe pushing 24 inch walleye. A little bit of growth on them, but I love them all the same. That was a good thumb bite. I was just trolling around, dragging the jig. And I still jig it like a jig. I don't just like let it drag on the bottom. So dragging's kind of a misnomer, but jig trolling. And I still kind of, you know, work it, get it up in the air. And then eventually you feel a tick or you feel heavy weight. If it's a tick, you set the hook. If it's weight, you put a little pressure on it, see what it feels like. If it starts wiggling, you set the hook. Quality fish. Well, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Just a quick little morning outing. The day after a real hot bite day. We got some nice walleyes today. It was good stuff. If you did think it was good stuff, I'd appreciate it if you hit the button to say so. Think about subscribing to the channel. And if you're really generous and you want to contribute to what this channel is doing, you can also consider Patreon. Super grateful for everybody that watches, everybody that contributes, and we'll probably have another video, you know, like in a few days, whatever, sometime soon. Later, fisher people. Just another 22, 23, maybe pushing 24 inch. I'd appreciate it if you hit that button as always. It's with a little walleye. I'll get that tongue untwisted soon enough. Got her tail all perked up, probably 23. This party sure died.